Okay, currently Limitless Potential Technologies is working on a Kromrey converter. So basically, that's the patent we're following. I'll put it up on the screen in the video in more detail. It's much easier to follow. Basically though, this is the Kromrey converter that we built. I built it according to the patent. We did get the correct waveform, but obviously I'm going to modify it and do a couple of tricks to it and try and copy what John Bandini figured out. So you can see Limitless Potential Technologies. That's our company, and this is our Kromrey converter. So we can fire it up a little bit. Just so you can see the rotor spinning inside the two magnetic blocks. The flux goes across like this, and that's the Kromrey converter as I have it so far. So I'm using two vacuum brushes. These were originally meant for a vacuum, and then I've got copper that I have cut rings out of. Let me just zoom in on this for you guys. So you can see down there, that's the copper ring. I cut the copper ring out of a solid block of copper, and then you can see our rotors, which are iron or steel, ferrous material, and then the shaft in between the two rotors is non-ferrous, so it's aluminum or wood or something like that. You can see I made a mistake on my first gen here, so this is one of the things I'm correcting now, which I'm going to go to the machine shop and get new rotors made up that do not have the shaft going through the middle, because that's a problem. It cuts our ferrous material and the flux lines. So basically, you can see here, so I've just got these magnets here. These are 2 by 1 by 1 ceramics. So I'm going to extend this up a bit and put 3 stacks, so 3 of those stacks, so they're total 6 inches of magnets. I have other magnets to try that are bigger. They're 4 by 1 by 1, or sorry, 4 by 1 by 2. And that's the whole thing with prototyping, is you want to leave room to try multiple things, because it's not like you're going to get it right first try, especially when you're trying to replicate free energy devices that don't really have any info to go off of. It's just a bunch of gibberish of different people trying this on YouTube, and then it just kind of stops. So the whole point of this video is to open source all of the information which I find. You should be able to tell that I'm not full of shit, because I'm obviously capable of building prototypes and apparatus to experiment, whether it be free energy devices or Brown's gas machines, Kromrey converters. I've got lots of different things. Kromrey converters over there with some coils. But anyways, the whole point being is that when you're prototyping, you need to keep room to try different things. So I can always put bigger magnets in here. I can stack them differently. I can set up 4 once we get it working. The rotors, like I say, mainly just having it so that it threads into there with a iron steel thread, and then this piece here is non-conductive, so aluminum, and then again iron up here. So I'm gonna draw all this out. I'm gonna show you guys what I do for prototyping, and then I'll take you to the machine shop and order up these parts. Then once we get our new rotors here, we're gonna try a couple different windings. Like I say, this winding it according to the patent actually did result in the proper waveform. So I'm going to try a couple different things. I think that obviously John Bandini, he was very fond of bipolar, tripolar windings. That would be probably a smart thing to try. And I do think that tri-fuller windings actually have different size or different gauges of wire, say like 18, 22, and 28 gauge, might have a synergistic kind of effect where the waves slap or follow one another and they kind of put a resonance. I don't know. I'm going to try those things. So I'm going to try different gauge wires, bifuller, tri-fuller, and obviously perfectly balancing either side, because any free energy device you're going to make is going to need to be perfectly balanced. It has to be symmetric, whether it's mechanically, electrically, everything has to be perfect or else it's probably not going to work unless it's a really good free energy device. Like I say, my whole goal with this, with Limitless Potential Technologies, is to build these machines, do different experiments, and just open source it on the internet. And I'm going to start here with this Kromrey converter. So now we're going to head to the machine shop. I just want to get my drawings done. I'm going to draw out a couple different shafts. I want to draw out my rotors, and then I'll take you guys to the machine shop and show you how to order parts properly and show you how to do some prototyping. And then we're going to throw it back on here and do some coil winding, and we'll try and get this thing to over Unity, try and get the blue spark going here and show it on YouTube. And like I say, there is no patenting. Limitless Potential Technologies has more than enough ideas to patent, and we are happy to fully open source all of our free energy, all of our Brown's gas, and basically all of our findings on the internet, because true scientists know that imagination is the most important thing, and that anyone who tells you something is impossible, well, it probably is impossible for them, but that doesn't mean it is for you. So don't listen to them and keep your mind open, because that's what a true scientist is. This is Limitless Potential Technologies, and this has been a Kromrey Converter video, one of the first, but not one of the last. Limitless Potential Technologies is done for this particular video.